Alright, so your party is sailing across a dark and stormy sea when suddenly the ship lurches. A tentacle, thicker than a tree trunk, wraps around the hull. The ocean churns violently, and then a massive, otherworldly eye rises from the depths. The Kraken has come. Today, we're talking about how to run a Kraken encounter like a true sea god's wrath. No more just slapping the party with tentacles. This thing is a mastermind, an elemental force of destruction, and your players should feel like they're up against something beyond mortal comprehension. If that sounds like the kind of Dungeons & Dragons you want to run, stick around, hit that like button, and subscribe to Monster Mechanics for more high-level monster tactics. Now, let's dive in. The Kraken isn't just a monster. It's a myth, a force of nature. Ancient beyond reckoning, it was created by the gods to fight their wars, only to break free and forge its own domain in the deepest trenches of the ocean. Intelligent, patient, and utterly alien, the Kraken doesn't just attack, it conquers. It controls vast underwater empires of servitors, including cultists who worship it as a god. A Kraken is more than a beast, it's a power broker. If it rises, it's because it has decided the surface world has something it wants, or something it wants to destroy. Ancient weapons of the gods. Krakens slumber in the deepest oceanic abysses, awaiting their time to rise and dominate the world. These massive, many-tentacled horrors combine overwhelming physical might with formidable cunning. Their powerful limbs shatter ships and topple spires, and they use their control over storms to rain down lightning on their foes. The Kraken is a CR-23 Titan, and it earns every bit of that rating. With an enormous 481 hit points and an AC of 18, it's built to withstand prolonged battles. But that's just the start. Its strength of 30 means every hit it lands is devastating, while its dexterity of 11 and constitution of 26 make it sturdy and surprisingly fast in water. On top of its incredible durability, the Kraken has numerous damage immunities, including lightning and cold, and it can't be frightened, grappled, paralyzed, or restrained. This means many common crowd control tactics won't work, making it a relentless force of destruction. Its senses include True Sight 120 feet, meaning invisibility and illusions won't fool it, and it has telepathy out to 120 feet, allowing it to command its minions or communicate with unlucky adventurers who have drawn its attention. The Kraken isn't just a brute. It's a battlefield controller with an arsenal of terrifying abilities. Tentacle attacks. These have a massive 30-foot reach and deal heavy damage. They also grapple and restrain their targets, preventing escape. Fling. Why just grab an enemy when you can throw them 60 feet into the ocean, or onto a jagged reef? Lightning Strike. A 120-foot ranged attack that deals 6d10 lightning damage. This pairs beautifully with its control water ability to turn the battlefield into a deadly electrical storm. Swallow. It can gulp down large or smaller creatures, trapping them inside its acidic stomach while continuing to fight. Legendary actions. The Kraken gets 3 legendary actions per round, 4 in its lair, including Stormbolt, Toxic Ink, and additional tentacle attacks. Okay, let's talk strategy. A Kraken encounter isn't just about a big fight. It's about horror, control, and sheer overwhelming power. Make sure to ambush from below. The Kraken doesn't just surface and attack, it destroys the ship first. Use its ability to capsize boats, smash masts, and create chaos before the fight even starts. Let the party feel helpless as the deck tilts and the ocean swallows their escape route. Focus on battlefield control. Use control water to create whirlpools that separate the party. Flood the area, forcing players to swim while it moves effortlessly. Darkness, fog, and rough waters should make it feel like the Kraken is always in control. Remember minions. A Kraken commands an entire deep-sea empire. Have Marrow, Deep Scions, or even charmed pirates attacking alongside it. The Kraken itself should feel like a boss, while its servants make the fight dynamic. The biggest mistake I see dungeon masters make with the Kraken? Treating it like just another monster with hit points. This isn't a thing you fight in a normal sense. It's a world-shaking catastrophe. If your players feel like they're just trading damage with it, something's wrong. Make them struggle, make them panic, make them work for every hit they land. Here's a couple of cool encounter ideas I've got for you to throw into your adventures. Sunken Cathedral. A Kraken has taken refuge in an ancient underwater ruin. The party must navigate collapsing halls, air pockets, and cultist-infested corridors while the Kraken lurks, striking at them through broken walls. Storm of the Leviathan. The Kraken doesn't just attack, it brings a hurricane with it. The party has to fight for their lives in the middle of a raging storm, dealing with crashing waves, flying debris, and the Kraken itself emerging in flashes of lightning. That's how you run a Kraken like a true sea god's wrath. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Monster Mechanics, and tell me in the comments, what's the scariest ocean encounter you've ever run or played? And as always, keep rolling high and may your dice favor the deep.